Hashtag winning streak.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yo, it may have been ruddy nervy at the end, but even if it's against Leicester, who are bottom of the league or whatever, there's something about holding on and sometimes a bit of a rearguard action, showing that you can do it in certain, games. That's really important. And Chelsea have got a clean sheet and a Premier League win, and they're in the top 4 of the table currently. And there's so much to talk about. I actually think there was so much nerves in the players that you saw, and indeed the manager and the fans in the stadium, and us watching on television. I think maybe when they go to Arsenal away, there won't be that tension, and we will see a different kind of game. But my word, this was like the Southampton and this were must wins, obviously, and the sort of Copenhagen games. You get through that, the fixtures begin to get harder. But I mean, yes, everyone knows Chelsea need a striker. I actually think Pedro Neto played well and worked really hard. But in terms of presence in the box, it's so abundantly transparent that we need a striker. But also, we got no striker. But apparently, we've got no Cole Palmer. Yes, one of the headlines of this game, Cole Palmer missing his first ever penalty for Chelsea. And to be honest, bro, I could see it, and odds are many of you could see it. But bro's gone from, nonchalant Panenka Palmer to particularly petrified Palmer, and he looks it, mate. We're gonna get into all of it today. So thanks for joining me. I'm a bit hungover and I'm ill as well, which is a horrendous combination, let me tell you. So if you want to make me feel better, drop a like on the video, and if you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel, you're most welcome, gang. Join the fun. Alrighty then. Yeah, man. So it was a must-win. This game, of course, we saw Leicester changing formation. I looked on social media. A lot of the Leicester fans are very, very happy about this. It's never fun because you've prepped for a certain way of playing and then they come and play something differently. Chelsea, of course, is a bit of nerviness. There's uncertainty. There is Cole Palmer. At the moment, he's really, really devoid of all forms of confidence. Moises Caicedo was one booking away from a ban, which would have seen miss Arsenal. Fortunately, he didn't get that. He played really well. All that mattered was a win. All that mattered was a win. Yeah. And we got that win, baby. Let's take a look at SofaScore, yeah. So, as you can see, 1-0 on the afternoon, I was going to say on the night, on the day. Chelsea scoring through Busquets, another brilliant goal. Is in a fine goal-scoring form of late, the Chelsea defender. And, of course, the missed Palmer penalty. Just want to say, I am a knobber because I've lost money betting on Chelsea again. Because I had in my bet builder that Palmer would have a goal or assist. And also, I captained him on Fantasy Premier League, and when you miss a penalty, you get minus points, and when you're captained, you get double minus points. I think it's time I sell Cole Palmer. Leicester rolled up, yeah. The muggy little foxes with a back three. As you can see, their man of the match, or their highest rated player, who's very highly rated, was Mads Hermansen. Enzo Maresca's keeper from last season. He made 7 saves, a successful run out, not too bad passing accuracy compared to your Rob Sanchez's. And yeah, it was really, really good on the day, comfortable with the ball at his feet. Would not be surprised at all if we buy him. I know we're probably going to trust Georgi Petrovic, and fair enough, but yeah, so they came with the back three, of course. But Thomas played quite well, Cody and Didi in the midfield. That's a robust, pragmatic setup and players. Of course, they kept loads of attackers on the bench, like De Cordova-Reid and Buonanotte, that are high quality. They also had Jordan Ayew on the bench, and Harry Winks, of course, is like a sort of Regista style player they brought on. So Ruud van Nistelrooy really went with like a functional, pragmatic, let's keep Chelsea out. And it kind of worked, really. Chelsea went with rather mind-blowingly Rob Sanchez in goal. I still don't know why. because I thought he's not the Premier League goalkeeper anymore, and that's seemingly what Maresca said. So it's hurting my fragile little brain. A welcome return for Wesley Fofana, who was sort of playing at that de facto right centre back, right back ish. Tosin in the mid, Colwell on the left, as you can see here via their respective heat maps. Cucurella. So we had a kind of overload there. Look at the heat maps between Cucurella and Colwell. They do overlap quite significantly here. But of course, Cucurella goes forward. He's not even inverting. He's literally playing as a left winger. So this is interesting. This is kind of like a left back, really. So it's like, like a back... Yeah, kind of like a back foot. It's weird. It was sort of loads of players heavily overloading that side. Because it is then, Fofana kind of like a more reserved right back and Cucurella as a left back with the license to get into that final third. We saw a few carries from Wes. Really good to see him again. Midfield, Enzo Fernandez, Moise Caicedo. Fernandez getting the assist. Didn't know he got the assist, but he's in good form. We did a video on yesterday about the Real Madrid still sniffing around him. Go watch that if you want. But yeah, good game from the captain on the day. Of course, Reece James was out with illness. Caicedo partnering in midfield, I think will be more central, all action. Caicedo, very, very good indeed. Nkunku playing as a sort of left winger, but more inside pocket, which makes sense because just outside him there is Cucurella holding the width. So it's not really left wingery in Nkunku, and of course we saw a lot of him inside the box there as well. So it's kind of like a sort of semi-solution for Nkunku, like he's kind of starting on the left wing, but he's not really. Sancho is a proper conventional chalk in his boots right winger, as you can see here. And Palmer played in the free role, apparently. And Neto, that is the most false 9 you will ever see. That is, you can do whatever the ruddy heck you want, provided you work hard. And my giddy aunt, she's off her nut because he worked hard. He really did work hard. And I'm thankful for that. So let's statistics this biatch. Let's see here. On the left-hand side of the page, as you can see. Look at all those attackers that could be helping us. Expected goals from Chelsea 1.68, which is okay, it's respectable-ish. 2 big chances. This is wild. 20 shots to their 3. So it was a dominant performance from Chelsea in many ways. 20 shots to their 3, but of course while it's only 1 goal, you always have that fear. And while this team's low on confidence, and you have to say the Chelsea team's low on confidence, it's tough. But like I said, their man of the match was Mads in goal, so there is that. With 12 corners, man, 20 shots and 12 corners. That is dominant. They had a lot of passes, to be fair. So, but they just passed, they didn't really do anything with it. I think there was a stat towards the end of the game where they had 2 touches in our box and we were like in the 40s in their box. So, very dominant from the Chelsea. First half was... Look, the talking point in the first half is penalty. There was 3 penalty shouts in this game. Yeah, there was the one we got. There was one towards the end that we were calling for. Was it Connor Cody's arm that we didn't get? But we absolutely, in my opinion, feel free to tell me if you think I'm just being Chelsea blinkered. But when Pedro Neto was tripped in the box, even if he's looking for it a little bit, Jamie Vardy on the other team, he's the master of that. I think it was a penalty. And I think it was a penalty. And Palmer was off by then, I believe. So it would have been Nkunku. And Nkunku is also an elite penalty scorer. And unlike Palmer, Nkunku is, he's a lot older, and he looks like he doesn't look like he's having a crisis of confidence. But Palmer is. So Jadon Sancho, who's been playing well. I'm quite... Just on Jadon Sancho, I know he hasn't scored for a while, but I'm really pleased with his attitude, his application. When he gets subbed, he comes straight off, he applauds, he works hard, he does the right thing. And he was good here. He won a penalty, which is what you want from your wingers. You want them to carry the ball into the box, entice the defender to draw a foul, win a penalty. And back in the day, that was a guaranteed goal of Palmer, but I knew he was going to miss. I was saying to my mate on WhatsApp, I said on Instagram, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @FootballYannick. I do live streams at halftime and stories. throughout the games, and indeed just in between match days. I just knew he looked worried. Mads Hermansen as well was like messing with his head. He was doing like this sort of, gamesmanship and goal. But that's what goalkeepers do. I mean, but the thing is, it's Cole Palmer. Like, this is just this personification of how he's hopefully temporarily, should I say? But he's seemingly broken. Do you know what I mean? Because like, this isn't just a guy who just scores penalties and whacks them in quite a lot and generally tries good stuff. This is a guy who like dribbles past loads of people and scores, who like scores Panenkas to complete hat tricks. Do you know what I mean? This is the kind of audacity and nonchalance and confidence that this is the player we're dealing with. This isn't a guy that's sort of like humble and goes through hot spells and cold spells. Now, this is Cole Palmer who just doesn't give us so-and-so. And we'll literally Panenka a keeper just for lols. But he looked terrified. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like I saw it on his face, man. Bro was scared. He seemed scared. And he missed the penalty. And this is the first penalty he's ever missed for Chelsea. Well, he scored 11 in a row. 11 or 12 in a row. And in the 12th or 13th. And this whatever it is, this is the miss. But we get the goal. Captain Enzo Fernandez setting up Cucurella, but it's all about Busquets. And it's a long-range drive. It hits it low, opens the scoring, and it sort of really does calm the nerves for Chelsea fan. Puts us in a position where we can sort of be a bit more patient, essentially. Harry Winks comes on to try and change the dynamic of the game. We brought on Chalobah for Fofana to play in that same role, that sort of high de facto right centre-back, right-back ting. And then, Palmer gets hooked for Tyreek George. And lovely to see Tyreek George trusted more and more and more. What a player. It did make sense. I was saying this on my Instagram half-live to bring on George and then bring in Nkunku into the middle, into his preferred position, which that's what we did. We saw Nkunku play in the middle. And then those 4 changes. Pereira returning to the team from Leicester. He's a great player. And then, Bobby Decordova-Reid and Buonanotte, 2 very good attacking players. Interestingly, we saw Achiampong come on for Nkunku. But this was very much like Maresca, let's just see out a win and take the points and clean sheet now. Which, I know it's Leicester at home, and some of you might be like, oh, why are you doing that against 19th place Leicester or whatever? I'm kind of okay with it, considering, the confidence of the team of late, considering, not being able to deal with the formation change that Leicester brought. If anything, every now and again, it's good to show that you can do it. Which is interesting. So, Achiampong came on, and he doesn't have a heat map because he came up too late. But he kind of played like a right winger almost, and like Tyreek went more central sort of thing. It was interesting what happened, but it was essentially just get a guy on who knows how to defend space and see the game out. Let's run through some player performances quickly then. Sanchez was fine in goal. I mean, he did that really worrying moment early doors in the first half where he just came out like a nutter to clear a ball, and you just think, you're always going to do this. You're mental, mate. We need a goalkeeper. I'm not going to spend any more time speaking about that. Fofana, very serviceable. Happy to see him back. He won the majority of his aerial duels, half of his ground duels, which is fine, returning from injury. Did carry the ball up the pitch a dribble attempt. It was like a nice notable dribble up pitch. It was good. Centre-back's fine. Nice to see Carwell not doing anything too silly. Cucurella, absolutely superb. Genuinely think, at the moment, and I don't think this is mental to say, I think he's the best left-back in the league. Genuinely. Great goal. He scored a goal from 0.05 expected goals. Take that, Mads Hermansen. That's what we needed, apparently. 6 clearances, won the majority of his ground duels. Did lose possession 10 times, but that's kind of okay considering how forward he was getting. Long balls, 8 out of 5. Naughty. He had a good game. Amazing player. Superb player, becoming better and better. Caicedo similarly looked like he had a really good game. Expected assist 0.42. Very key pass, good for us from a CDM. Very strong passing accuracy. All action. Wow. Oh my god. 10 ground duels out of 11 and 2 out of 2 dribbles. And 100% of his aerial duels. I know it's just 1. This is an insane return from the Ecuadorian. 4 tackles, 3 interceptions, 4 fouls. Yeah, amazing. 10 out of 11 ground duels. That's like N'Golo Kante after a few Red Bulls. Incredible, really. And again, Pedro Neto was just worked great for me. Everyone else was kind of fine. Do you know what I mean? Look, mate, it is a home win, a clean sheet after, it's a Sunday game after a Thursday night game away from home in Europe. You sort of take it, don't you? You take it. We're in the top 4. I'm just going to look at the Premier League table now for context, so I know what the ruddy heck I'm talking about while I speak to you. So yeah, we are currently 4th place. Played the same as the man around us. We are 3 points clear of the Muggy Seagulls. They're sneaking up, aren't they? We are 2 points clear of Man City, which is great. And of course, we play Arsenal next. I'm recording this before Arsenal Man United, but it would be amazing if United could do something and then we beat Arsenal away and then we're 2 points behind them. Can you imagine that? I mean, like I said, it really does come down to how the players play, and after the international break, that's meant to be the moment of salvation where Jackson's back, where Lavie is back, where Fofana's ready to play more and every little thing's going to be alright. Sort of thing, do you know what I mean? But I do think it will be a very different game against Arsenal. Hopefully we won't get touched up. That'd be terrible. I don't want to get slapped up by Arsenal. I know they scored 7. I mean, we'll learn a lot about how they play against Man United, I suppose. But if we beat Arsenal away, because like I said, it will be kind of like pressure off almost, because it will be like, yeah, these guys are good. You're not expected to win here, but maybe they express themselves more, and there's less of that nervy at home. Oh my God, we're at home. We can't not lose. We can't not win to Leicester, because there was a bit of that today. Do you know what I mean? And who knows? Arsenal away would be the perfect opportunity for Palmer to re-announce himself. Anyway, let me know what you think. Not the most high-octane stuff, but I'm grabbing it with both hands. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And I hope to see you back here, mate. I really do. Peace.